I got a question for you. What does Networking Squared know about connections? Huh? Well, I'll tell you. We work at it each and every week. We just don't talk. We do it. We teach it. We live it. This ain't no game. It's a passion. Join us. Help rebuild Detroit business from the ground up. This is Networking Squared, and I'm Jerry O, and this is what we do.
This is Al Crawford, and Detroit is my city.
Networking Squared Saturday morning. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jerry O, here with my co-host, Mr. Al, I think I'm a ball player, Crawford.
Hey, good morning, all our listeners. Happy Saturday to everyone.
Happy Saturday, Erica. Good to see you.
Good morning.
We've had a rainy week, and Al and I came in by canoe today. So it's okay. We're doing business by canoe.
It's April. It's what it's supposed to happen, Jerry.
Is that I'm just waiting for May. I think I'm waiting for May. I would just like one day at 60 degrees with sunshine. Just one. Just one. Actually, you had one of those, didn't you, down at the Tigers?
Yeah, we did. We had one last week, but it's fun mowing the grass with hip waders on, I'll tell you.
It's like, Al, when you're mowing the lawn, please do not hit the goldfish.
Yeah, when you get white caps when you're mowing, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. We're Networking Squared. We are here talking about business. We're talking about small business. We do a lot of small business with Local Business Network. We work with connecting people. We work with teaching people how to make those connections, Al. And I got a chance to do some real digging in on statistics, and I know you're such a statistical buff, but I was looking as they have a lot of statistics. I was getting in on the Small Business Administration, and there is a wealth of information I'm going to be doing. We're going to be talking a lot about that in the next couple of months, but 50% of U.S. employment lies in businesses with fewer than 500 employees, and that's kind of what small business or the Small Business Administration talks about. Anything under 500 employees. To me, 500 employees is like a major business, but
yeah, for sure.
I don't even know anybody that owns one with 500 people. I've known a lot of business people, but so we've got 50% of the 50% of the business lies in that under 500. That's a lot. That's our people. That's who we're trying to reach, and it is our contention that the major corporations are no longer going to be able to support Southeast Michigan, and our entire foundation now needs to be built on small business, and we're here to help small business make those connections. You really can't do it in a golf course anymore or joining fancy country clubs. What do you have to do, Al?
Well, I think if you look in the community, it's getting involved with your chambers. It's getting involved with the face-to-face networking organizations, and it's getting involved in the community. I mean, these are all important pieces of how you're going to build business and how you're going to grow your business. It is really, really becoming so important on who you know.
It certainly is not 1990 anymore, and if you're working on that business model, you might as well go home because it's not going to work. There was no Facebook in 1990, was there?
No, there was not, Jerry. It was called the phone book back then.
The phone book. So that's what we had to use. We had ADP, the payroll company. It looks like they use a lot of their statistics. They must be a huge corporation. I don't really know how big they are, but they show that small business accounted for 77% of U.S. employment. So there's numbers all over the place, but 77%. That's where we need to be working. That's where our focus needs. And I really want to dig in and find out what those numbers are for Southeast Michigan. So I'm going to be on the internet this week, and maybe we'll talk about that next week. Small business means what to you, Al?
Small business to me means the lifeblood of Southeast Michigan. I mean, it really is. I mean, I think that a lot of the big companies and a lot of the friends and family that I've had I still have most of them, they have lost their jobs and they've had to reinvent themselves and they've had to find new careers and new paths. And it's really been recommunicating and reconnecting with the outside, the small business owners. That's what they've had to do. And the people who are still fighting that are the ones that are struggling.
Small business is what's going to drive us, period. Big business probably needs small business. I'm not sure a small business needs big business. Big businesses need all of the entrepreneurs to help them to work on, to build those businesses, and that's really what we're going to thrive on. So if you know somebody that is in a small business, I think you need to go thank them and thank them for what they do. It is, how many hours do you think they're putting in a week, Al?
Probably more than you can even imagine. But I think one thing, Jerry, is that big businesses are an important piece. And I think that they've recognized that the small business is an important part of them. And I think that the bigger businesses that are going to survive and thrive are the ones that are focusing on and are helping out the small business owners.
Well, that yes. So I want to be able to get out and help. We've spoken to small businesses. We've gone out as Networking Squared. We've talked to some of the chambers. We've been involved in some of the other groups. We like helping. One of the biggest things, Al, that you have done is helped small business understand Facebook.
And LinkedIn.
And LinkedIn. How important is LinkedIn to small business?
It is an incredible, important part. And again, it's something where if you're not embracing it, if you're not using it, if it's not part of your normal marketing plan, you are missing out. My goal really should be, if you're not touching 2 million people a week on LinkedIn, you're not using it.
That's pretty amazing. I know, Erica, you're using it, and you're using it as an employment tool. Isn't that correct?
I am using it, and I'm about ready to get in touch with Al because I need to find a full-time job.
Well, it's allowed me. I mean, I have the 5th largest network in Southeast Michigan on LinkedIn. My network is over 16 million people. So I can find the people that I need to find for whatever I need.
So for business, it started out as an employment opportunity on LinkedIn. Then it grew into and I don't want to say a networking opportunity, but you can network on LinkedIn.
No, it is an extension of networking, Jerry. Basically, your face-to-face networking spirals into who they know. And LinkedIn allows you to be able to expand that from a business standpoint to say, who do people in business know? How they know each other? How are they connected? And how do you reach that decision maker within those corporations? That's what LinkedIn allows you to do.
Yeah, I agree. It does seem to be a little bit more professional than like your Facebook. You know, you're not on there chatting and posting so much stuff. It is a lot more getting down to the grind and trying to find people that are actually going to help you out.
Correct. It's a different message on LinkedIn.
I have used it myself in the construction side, looking for people to take care of some of the needs that I have. And, I've got on, met them, made the connections, and actually brought some of those people into Local Business Network. I see you're on LinkedIn. How would you like to expand what you're doing and get involved in Local Business Network? And that's worked for them.
And we average probably from each event that we do between LinkedIn and Facebook. The last event we had 400 people. About 70 came from the invitations on Facebook and LinkedIn.
So working with small business is very, very important. We are here to help in any way that we can. We'll come out and speak. We want to teach. We've got to not let small business think they're out there on their own.
No, and the other part is that we have so many people that have been, because of downsizing, because of closing, we have people who are going into the arena as entrepreneurs, but they don't know how to handle the business side of it. And that's something that we really want to be able to do. And that's why I'm really excited about having Comcast Business in here, because I think they fill a big, big void for a lot of these new entrepreneurs. And there's some statistics that they shared in the pre-interview that really prove that point.
Okay, well, we're going to bring Comcast Business Class on the next segment. We appreciate them being here. They have also sponsored Networking Squared for the month. We want to thank you, and they want to help small business succeed.
And if you would have told me that I would have Barry Sanders on a commercial on my show, that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about Barry Sanders being on our show.
Well, Comcast Business Class, we appreciate that. We're Networking Squared. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Break.